Yeah.
We're gonna try to get the Babis Bab. How do you even say that? I almost said baptism, but that's not what it's called. Baptistry ending? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's called. I don't. I'm not gonna say it again. I have one brain cell. I already used my one brain cell. We're gonna call it Bab. That's easy on my 0.5% brain cell left. Honestly, Moon, I'm probably gonna do an insane run for Outlast 1. Nightmare mode felt really boring. And even Tipsy Triggers was saying I should try it out. They're mainly known for running Outlast trials, but if I'm gonna do the insane mode run, I'm gonna start with the DLC first and then do the main game. Because if the main game on Nightmare mode took me like 2 hours, if I die like at all in the main game, it's gonna be like a 5 hour stream because it's a permadeath and it starts you all the way from square one. So until then, I'm gonna 100% some of these smaller games and get them out of the way. I pulled up a guide for the other two endings. The only part that's gonna be a little iffy is the. Let's leave that so we get some room. What's it called? Something something below above, like the actual canon ending. That's the only one that's gonna take the longest. But we're gonna get this baptistry ending first. Let me tab out so I can tell you what it is. We gotta get all VHS and we have to get the cassettes. Move when the voice tells us to. Fry the tech and let what's his face shoot the priest and do not collect I'm just not going to collect any of the collectibles, but I've got a guide for all locations for the tapes, so it should help. Cassettes, there's 4. VHS, there's 3. Yeah, 4 audio, 3 VHS. So it looks like we had all the VHS tapes on our first blind run, but we were missing one cassette tape. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of back and forth for this stream, just so I can get them out of the way. But let's go ahead. Let me make sure the. Hell yeah, keep that off. Nobody likes that. The 4 horsemen of games turned off. The camera shaking, motion blur. I don't even know. Oh, I feel like VSync's not really one of those. But I know motion blur is probably the first out of the 4 horsemen. But let's get this over with. Because one's gonna drop here. We're gonna get a tape in there. There should be a cassette in the generator room. And we got that one. I think I was just missing the generator one. Okay, let's start with you, because you're gonna die first. Spooky. Let me tab out real quick. Okay. What do you want? I gotta deal with you another 2 times. I don't know if I need to, like, actually listen to them. I guess we don't have to. Hopefully not. I don't think we need to. I think we just need to collect them. Mm-hmm. Bathroom? Nope. Got that stuff on. Log. Let me put it on Dimitri just to... have it on there. Are y'all gonna... I'm gonna run? Still not doing anything. I still don't know what triggers these dialogue things. I guess it's quite literally just waiting. Because I don't know, I thought it was just something timed where you can stand there, but it looks like you have to temporarily leave the office. It looks like. Blood auction 95. I don't think his thing's ever gonna drop below 95. Nope, they're not there yet. There we go. Medic's back online. I think I was literally just missing the one in the generator room. Let me look. Woman in the bathroom. The help call. Yeah, so we got the bathroom, the one right in front of the hallway. The hull station? So on the elevator wall, after the empty elevator descends and the lights return, the title spelling is the one used by the game. Let me look this up. Rusted God's location. So, is there a picture of it? I don't... Operator media corner. Control rooms hidden. Okay, so near the... So I guess there is a VHS tape and an audio tape. I'll deal with it once we get there. Apparently you have to wait for the lights to flicker on and off and then check the walls, I guess. Literally just walking around until something happens. There we go. And then we can go to the bathroom, grab that. So we don't touch any of the collectibles. Is there not a tape? I guess the VHS tapes are the easiest ones to find compared to the cassette tapes. Nope. Maybe I go back this way. Now we have, okay. Let's do the left. Because we've had them go right twice. They should have spawned the next dialogue now, because we're quite literally just waiting for the timing. Yep. Okay, what's happening? Well, I mean, we've done the right for the last 2 runs, so y'all are going left. Guess I'll keep walking back until I see him. Oh, next tape. So we need one more after this. I'm gonna have to look up where the VHSs are. Let me look at where the VHS tapes are. Mining. During the elevator event, check the blood smeared tapped glass. Taped glass. Furthest platform beyond the randomized code basement door. Picking it up triggers a blackout before the room changes. Furthest platform beyond the randomized code basement door. I don't know how to... Oh, wait. I wonder if she says it in one of the audio files. I feel like we should be coming up on our first VHS. I don't know where it'd be, though, because I literally don't remember. No. Nope. I guess we have to keep playing a little bit longer. So the only thing that changes if you go left is the dialogue at the beginning. Because all this, it's literally just a single dialogue paragraph that changes if you have them go left instead of right. Because everything else is the same. You know where the tapes are? Boo. Okay. Randomized door. I know there's a collectible in here. And then we got Mr. Ooga Booga up there. Collectible. Is there like a... Because I know that's a collectible. Child-proof. We're not going to mess with this. We're going to let it fry Dimitri for that other ending. Furthest platform. Hold on, I need to look this up. On the furthest platform beyond picking it up. I'm having a brain fart. I guess we'll come back down here later. Maybe we have to come back. I think it'll pop up once we have to come down here and mess with the generator for that puzzle. Give me that. Let's put this first one in. Maybe... No, we don't. Last cassette tapes behind that wall. So then we're just missing 2 VHS tapes. No. Because all this other stuff doesn't matter. If I'm mute, it's because I'm snacking on stuff. You betrayed them. Chain smoker. I wonder if the door code's 1978. Maybe that VHS tape is timed, and it's triggered by certain events, because I'm not seeing anything. That doesn't have a hole in it yet. I don't remember the lights being off. Blackout. Okay. We're coming up on the next part. Let me... On the elevator wall, after the empty elevator descends and the light returns, the title spelling is... Okay, so... After it descends... Because this is going to be a VHS tape. The goofiest jump scare. Boop. I'm not seeing anything. Bro's got some big ass feet. Okay. I think I got all 4 last time. No, I only had 3. Bathroom. On the elevator wall. After the... Okay. When the lights return, the spelling... spelling is the one used by the... What is that fucking... I don't... What does that mean? The description literally says the whole situation. On the elevator wall, after the empty elevator descends and the light returns, the title spelling is the one used by the game. That doesn't tell me where the cassette tape is. I don't understand what that means. That's not an instruction, that's just telling me something. I'm trying to, like, look around a little bit more. Okay. Now I gotta wait until 10 a.m. Nope. I thought it was 10 a.m. Because I'm not seeing anything. That's just a collectible. That's a grave. Nothing on the grave. Okay. Nothing else down here. Check the blood-smeared glass before leaving. I don't understand. There's literally... Like, what glass are you talking about? What? I don't know what that means. Okay. That, I mean, that doesn't even look like blood. Let me see. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what it means by that. I'm not seeing anything. It's not letting me interact with anything. I don't know. What? You mean I can't open that one? Collectible. Looks like it's running fine. Oh. $2307 maybe? Let's try 2307. Nope. Nothing else, I guess. Eyeball. Maybe I have to go through these dialogues, I don't know. Maybe there's one up here. You got anything? No, it's the TV. Okay, do you have anything for me? I have the tape. I'm literally not seeing anything else. Nothing over here. 4 and 3. Okay. And we gotta fry him. And then he's gonna sit in that chair. Let's get this cassette tape. Goofiest character model. Okay. Nothing there. Nothing over here. What is the point of opening these? Nothing there. I don't have anything here. I wish we had a flashlight. That'd make things so much easier. Got the teeth. Yep, teeth. Cassette tapes? VHS? Anything? I got one. Nothing in those.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's literally nothing. We're not gonna look at any of the puzzle stuff. Because we gotta fry them. Okay, I cannot pick that up. Well, let's pick up one more. What? Interesting. Okay, let me get up and stretch real quick. Drink some water too. I don't know. I'm so confused. 4 and 3.
And I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
I really have no idea where this other VHS is. Oh yeah, the Unreal Engine 5 stuff. Before we beat the game, I might have to look up the guide for the locations, because I, for the life of me, cannot find all these. The last one, that's the lullaby one. Oh, you know what it might be? It might be the collectibles we have to get. We'll do that on the other run. Texted. And then his body's gonna be chilling in the chair. I'm trying to think. I guess the VHS tapes later. Dead Man's Note. Do you have a VHS tape on you? No. I kind of need a VHS tape. You got it on your other hand? I guess the last one will show up magically. I don't know. Let me check this. Moved, fried, shoot. Do not get all collectibles. Okay. During the altered elevator event. Hold on, I'm like trying to backtrack. Um, Let me pull up this video real quick. I'm doing like I'm at like a midway mark. Jesus, hold on. Oh, you know what? I think we have to listen to the radio for our randomized code. Let me go through them real quick. Let me see what he does in this video to get this code right. Maybe it's 1349. I'm so confused. Hold on. Let me go back up to that radio. Because this is making, like, no sense. Wait, what? Well, let me see how he got 7682. I wonder if it was the order of the radio he listened to. Hold on, let me actually pull this up on YouTube, because I hate using Microsoft stuff. Kristen Gods. Oh, okay, so you match when he says first, second, third. Okay. So if y'all are ever playing this on the radio station, look at what number that radio station's on, and then look at the dialogue when he says first, second, third, and end. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you just put those two together. Just 2 and 2. I wonder if the last one's in here. I can't pick any, I don't want to pick too much stuff up. VHS tapes. So, are we missing cassette tape? Get all collectibles. So the last thing we need is all collectibles. Now I'm gonna kill all of them on this run. Oh, now we can actually go down the corridor. I guess he's drowning? I don't know. one more ending to do, and get all collectibles. Before we do, or attempt to do the last ending with the collectibles, I'm gonna use a bathroom break real quick. I'm gonna do a BRB. Okay, so the only thing I'm probably going to struggle with is the symbol solution. Now I just need to figure out what the door puzzle is. I just need to look up how to do the symbol part, like at the very end. If I mute, it's because I'm just looking up guides and stuff, so just give me 1 second. With this run, since we're collecting all the collectibles, I'm gonna have to do a separate run for the once below, now above ending. So the mule control room on the console beside the intercom cables and VHS recorder mainframe, bathroom shelf, locker in the power room, mine tunnel, red wooden rocking horse. Don't know where this mule one's gonna be. I was checking in between the controls, but I'm not seeing anything. Fine, it was just bugged out and hidden. That's why I couldn't find it. Let me interact with all this stuff. Literally just picking up collectibles. I'm not even doing anything else. I'm probably not even going to finish this run. I'm just going to do it until it gives me the trophy for the collectibles achievement. Because for the last ending we can't collect any of the collectibles.
Try to fix the ball.
What are you saying no thanks, bro, for? The chick crying in the bathroom? I mean, when I first played this, it was kind of creepy. And then I saw what the character looks like, and it's like every... Your right hand comes off. Oh yeah, on the TV screen thing. I didn't think it was that creepy. I thought the Unreal Engine monster models a little cheesy. Yeah, I do like the little pop culture references. This like whole thing with the explorers reminds me of Prometheus, if you've seen that movie. With them touching a bunch of stuff that they shouldn't be. I don't think. So we got 1, 2, 3, and we need 8 collectibles for the achievement. So there should be 1, 2 downstairs. You are so chill for someone to see a new chatter. I've got new chatters that come in all the time. I'm not like one of those hyperactive, squealing like a pig over people like first time chatting. I'm usually just doing like super chill streams. Why is he? Oh, okay, there we go. So we have 1 in the locker downstairs. We've got 1 in the symbol door. I'm trying to think. We got 1. No, we got 2 behind the bathroom wall. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chair at the. Hold on, let me look at this guide real quick. So we got the control room, we got the entrance room, we got the bathroom shelf, locker, inspect the rock pile. So, okay. So the goat's the one that I've got to kind of look for. Mine tunnel, expect rock piles beside the rails slash bulk bags before stairs slash narrow wall gap. Okay. So we're pretty much just dialogue soft locked until more areas unlock. But like I said, once we get all 8 of these little glass statues, we're gonna redo the run, and hopefully I can get the symbol door correct this time. It just worked in my favor last time because of the incomplete ending How's life being elf? We need more. There's too many humans. There's too many. I don't feel like reading all this. This is like my 4th time looking at all that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't need to collect those. I mean, I saw something about like potentially. Wait, no, I don't need it for this run. Never mind, I don't need them. I'm gonna have to pick up the audio tapes and actually listen to them for the last ending run, because I think the solution for the puzzle is on the audio tapes. If it's not the audio tapes, it's on the VHS tapes. Okay, what do you want, medic? Priest. I don't care if y'all shoot each other. I just need the collectibles. Point of view, you have upstairs neighbors in your apartment. That's literally what it sounds like. Like a 400-pound well just walking around with the thinnest walls on the planet. I wonder... Nope, still not unlocked. We're kind of just stuck waiting. Let me interact with this. Is there anything new? Nope. Weeping Angel. Don't need any of that. I'm gonna circle around one more time for that dialogue to start back up. Let's go in here. I don't need to pick that up. That shouldn't matter because of that one run that we did. Yeah, there we go. Now it's back online. Hold on, let me see what I missed on chat. Oh yeah, no, I would have to complain all the time. Game's bugged out again. It's even worse if you have like upstairs neighbors with kids constantly like slamming shit. Nope. See, okay, so the audio happens before the actual dialogue. I still don't understand the timing pattern with this, though. Ooga booga. Run back. And now we wait. I think it's... yeah, heart rate, and then I think this is gonna blink at us, and then we'll turn around. Oh, yep. Okay. I need you to do your little dialogue. Actually, I wonder if the generator room's open. Nope, not yet. We gotta wait for the creepy bedsheet ghost. Maybe there's something else. I don't see... Okay. Whoa. Mr. Priest. Medic. Hold on. Let me go from bottom to top. Okay, you haven't cut your eyelids off yet. She's not crying yet. There we go. Here's the Ooga Booga. Looks like for the 5th time, I'm going to turn around. Yep. We might be able to do that, I want to say in 2 dialogue cycles. Come on. Can I take you? Thank you. Turn that back on. You're going to be up here. Your little goofy Unreal Engine model. Tweaking out like the crackheads at the gas stations. Yeah, we got one more that way. That one's not open yet. Videotape? I don't need the videotape. So now we have... Okay. Sorry, I was looking at the guide. Click this. And we tell them it was compromised. Oh, I've already... It's my 3rd run of it. I was doing the Nightmare run. I'm gonna do the Insane Mode run later this month. The Nightmare mode literally just plays like normal mode on Outlast 1. But Outlast 1's Insane Mode is easier than Outlast 2. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to do the DLC first, and then I'm going to do the main game. Because on main game for Nightmare Mode, I beat it in about 2 hours and I think 15 minutes. I wasn't trying to like speedrun it or anything. It just genuinely felt the same as normal mode. Because with Nightmare Mode, you still have the checkpoint option. So it's not a permadeath run. I don't understand why they have normal, hard, Nightmare, and then insane when it should have just been like normal, hard, and then insane. Because I feel like there's 2 unnecessary levels for difficulty in the first game. Because literally everything else is the same, except for the AI tracking's slightly better, and you can only have 2 batteries compared to 10. But there's like, in a normal world gaming situation, there's literally no reason why somebody should go through 10 batteries, unless they just actually suck at the game. Or if they're like AFK with the camera on. dude literally lied on his medical exam papers. I wonder... Okay. One... 8... 5, 3. 1, 8, 5, 3. Let me in. Wait. So admin's... Oh, my eye itches. So admin's dead? I didn't actually look at it the first time. Star Wars painting. Back rooms. Reminds me of the back rooms. I'm hoping a lore video drops by the end of the week for this game. So this must be the priest. Bunch of pop culture references. That's the tape. I don't need the tape. 4 of them. Creepy lady. Hold on, let me look at this again. After basement code, bathroom. Okay. I think it's like, what, 5 more left? The statue we just picked up for collectibles was called the First Son, or First Son. Actually, let me count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. 8. So there's 2 in the mining area. Okay. Let me pull up that guide again real quick. Let me respond to this real quick. Then we'll keep playing. Okay. Let's keep going. I don't think we need to complete the rest of the game once we get the mining stuff done. I did not pay attention to what he just said. Okay. Blackout. Elevator. This game's not bad. It's literally just like a point click walking sim with a lot of reading. Reading I'm not used to doing. Cheesy jump scare. Yeah, it's literally a button pressing simulator. So before the stairs. Oh, it was right here. I know, this is the boring part. This part looks cool. Like, it deadass looks like Prometheus-ish inspired. Run. That was until like 7 a.m. And then the game ends at like 10 a.m. One more pass around and we should be good. Oh no, this time it's going longer. So if you take the left side, it stops at 7 a.m. If you take the right side, it's 9 a.m. So I think taking the right side's canon. It should be one more statue in the sink. And then we can restart the run. Let me go count them once we're back in there, though. Mr. Goat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 10. So the guy that I'm... Okay, well, that guide's completely off. It's actually 10, not 8. Mr. Goat, I wish I could pet you, but I can't. Mr. Goat. Booga booga. Pull. Nope. Run back in. Nothing yet. What was the dialogue? goat. This is the part that I always mess up. What am I? Do I just need to? Oh my god! Do I need to go into the bathroom again? Whip it around. Wait. Apple? No, it's not collectible. Got the tape. Mr. Goat's still here. There we go. Let me respond to this real quick. Actually, while we're doing this, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. So give me 1 second. Okay, actually, before we keep playing, so I actually have time to snack and y'all aren't just watching me mute, I'm gonna pull up a YouTube video for y'all to watch, and then we'll keep playing. So let me change this stuff. I actually found a 30-minute video, so let me play this for y'all.
This might be
And then we'll keep playing Rusted Gods. Window capture.
the most frustrating achievement I've ever tried to unlock, and I really want to show you why. No! Me, man! I got clotheslined by f***ing barbed wire. Oh my god. The Outlast series has become a staple in the horror genre, whether it's heart attack inducing chase sequences or pants filling jump scares. The Outlast games are truly terrifying, but above all, they have some of the most stressful achievements I've ever seen. Which is actually the main issue, since seeing isn't something you'll get to really do when going for Outlast 2's Messiah achievement. In order to unlock this, I'll need to beat the game on a difficulty called Insane. Now, besides making it so you die in 1 or 2 hits, if you manage to get taken down at any point, you have to restart the whole game again, which means sitting through up to 30 minutes of unskippable cutscenes depending on when you died. Now, to make things worse, you have to do this whole process without ever reloading the camera battery. This means you have to endure some of the most terrifying moments in the game without being able to fully see anything. This is what makes this achievement so brutal, but before I really felt that pain, I had to make it through the difficulty selector. Insane mode is the ultimate heart attack experience. If you die, all progress is lost and you start over at the beginning. Are you ready to suffer? You're not suffering if you first try. Run it. Loading into my first attempt, I really didn't have much practice under my belt outside of my first playthrough. And since this game follows a husband and wife duo that go to the backwoods of Arizona, without a gun I might add, to investigate an impossible death, it seems like none of us were really thinking too much if I'm being honest. My poor preparation skills were about to be on full display, because after my helicopter inexplicably crashed, I woke up with nothing more than my camera and an appropriate amount of confidence. Okay, let's not fall. The very first time I played this game, I died literally within seconds. So let's not do that. We got to be careful. That's fine. At least the beginning of the game lets us ease into it. I would call Outlast a horror movie simulator because you don't have anything to arm yourself. As I was saying, time to first try the DLC, okay? Now that you guys are on your toes, we fucking run it. First tries only, baby. Let's go. Next time, let's look at our screen. Dying less than 10 minutes into a permadeath run is becoming a bit of a pattern for me, but it helps me get the jitters out early, so I'm just gonna start saying it's all a part of the plan since it leads to early personal bests. PB. And speaking of a plan, my current goal is to find my wife. She was thrown from the helicopter during the crash, and I need to get to her before these machete-wielding loiterers do, even though I'm sure they're actually just good people. Now, something that isn't good, and one of the main changes to Outlast that makes the Messiah achievement so difficult, is the limiting of sprint. You see, in Outlast 1, you could run away for days and improvise new plans if something goes wrong. But in Outlast 2, that isn't really an option. After about 10 seconds, you'll get a head-throbbing migraine, and your character forgets how to move. So without an exact route in mind, you won't have the ability to adapt if things go wrong. With this in mind, I was going to do my best to stick to a loose outline of a shadow of a plan, which at the beginning of the game is mainly doing simple loops around buildings, which is exactly how I handled my first encounter with Outlast 2's most terrifying villain, Marta. I hear her. I don't see her. Oh, there she is. Hold on. Hello, Marta. Hi, babes.
Oh, Jesus! Then you'll have
Big props, eh?
God wants me dead?
God wants me?
Okay.
Drop the dead part here. Let's focus on the good. Now that Marta has my scent, she'll be on my tail for the rest of the game. Fortunately, I have a bit of time before she returns, which gives me time to talk about another addition to this game, which is the audio sensor in the camera. I can use this to pinpoint enemy movement through walls, which is going to be super useful in the second half of the game. But for now, I'll be sticking to that plan I mentioned of run like hell so I can avoid the cast from the Hills of Eyes. I'm running. I'm a goddamn athlete here. And I'm getting flashbanged. With the first few encounters behind me, the training wheels were about to come off, because once I made it through the chapel and a few of MTV's greatest cribs, I finally found Lynn. And this is when I get news that she's actually pregnant, which unfortunately means
You are the father!
with the shock of all this news, Lynn and I let our guard down and we get jumped by some religious farmers. And then the farmers get jumped by some mud goblins known as the heretics. Now before Lynn is snatched away from me, another one of the game's villains drops the hardest bars since the New Testament.
I've watched my father fuck your God to death.
That is a crazy bar. After some proclamations and a whole lot of tongue-on-face action, I'm knocked out and my wife is taken. Again. So my new objective is exactly the same as my previous objective. Knowing this, I continued down the trail and was introduced to the fact that I can hide underwater to avoid detection. And in my experience, this is the only place worth hiding if you need time to think. Any stationary hiding place will get checked eventually. I doggy paddled past the 2 patrolling villagers and then ended up getting flashbanged so hard that I ended up in the past. Now, there's this whole parallel story going on that takes me back to the one place that we all still have nightmares about, middle school. But for the most part, these sections don't offer any sort of challenge besides exploring the school in the dark. So I'm gonna do you a favor and give you guys a hall pass to just skip these sections for now. When I finally broke out of detention, I met my new best friend.
My name's Ethan.
Wait, Ethan? This is the guy who survives Resident Evil 7. It's Ethan! And you see, the death that we originally came to investigate is actually his daughter's. And after I lied and told him that she was perfectly safe, he offered me medicine and a place to sleep. This didn't really end well for him since Marta came to ask him a few questions, but it was proof that I had the hide and seek skills of Anne Frank. Actually, never mind. The real skill that I was about to test is how well I can navigate through a cornfield that's full of murderous farmers. Yeah, this is an example of I don't actually know if there's a good strategy for this. Because they just like fucking know where you are 24/7. Round and round we go. Wherever Morgan goes, nobody knows. Just fucking hauling ass. I know it's the exit is somewhere over here. Oh, let's just go. I see a light. Nope, not there. Yep. Nope. I'm good. Thanks, bro. Okay. What the fuck? Are you coming here to get me, bro? I don't really know if it's because I smell damn good or because my blood tastes like gravy, but these farmers were on my tail everywhere I went. And without using the night vision, it was hard to even know if I had time to run. I gotta move a box over to a ladder. Is there 2 guys in here? Bro, I see toes. Fortunately, I made it up the ladder and escaped the barn via swinging meat just like I had planned all along. I was nearing the first section of the game that was gonna require some strategy. And since I hadn't used my camera battery yet, things were looking good. Or at least they were looking good before I entered a cave that contained, well, I don't actually know what it contained because I couldn't see anything. We're gonna do one quick touch. One quick touch. I genuinely, I don't know where I am. The amount of camera battery that I used in there isn't actually an issue, but it does lead into the first really scary encounter in the game. I need to turn on a generator that will power this elevator. And while the locals seemed keen on letting me pass, that wasn't the case for all of them after I overstayed my welcome hiding under a trailer. This does not look very safe. You can fucking clearly see I'm in here. Uh-oh. Hey, that was not... Oh, I'm stuck. Go. Hold on. Story. Pull this. Despawn. Disengage, fellas. Here's the thing. Starting the generator is only half the battle here. When I make it back onto Main Street, Big Pimp Marta comes looking for her star earner, which just so happens to be me. Boom. Hyperdrive. Super speed, running downhill, full on momentum, goddamn Giga Chad Alpha Usain Bolt sprinting motherfucker. Let's go. Oh my god, I'm running slow, I'm running slow, I'm running slow. Speed the fuck up, bitch. Okay, we're in. Wasn't even, okay, I was actually a little close. Avoiding Marta is a priority, since she'll take me down in one hit every single time she catches me. The regular enemies can do that too, but it isn't always a guaranteed death. That being said, the next sections is one of the longest chase sequences in the entire game, and I don't really want to test out that one-hit potential. So like any person who was planning on first trying Outlast 2, I ran through obstacle courses, crawled under buildings at breakneck speed, and avoided every machete-wielding Mr. Clean cosplayer that tried to do me harm. In fact, this chase might be long, but it's kinda on rails the whole time. And as long as you don't run into a brick wall, you more or less guarantee that you're gonna get through it without dying. The easygoing jogging wasn't gonna last forever though, because once I made it past the regular folk, Marta was waiting for me. And this is the most butt-puckering moment in Chapter 1. Unfortunately for Marta, a game-breaking strategy showed up in the collectible guide I used. And although most of this route is my own, I will happily shift the misfortune to the later parts of the game. Here's what we need to do. This cart needs to get pushed to that door, and then I need to climb over it. Now here's the thing. There's a way to despawn Marta. And now that I'm here in the middle of a run on a first try, I think we're gonna do it. I'm doing it with no shame. Well, I'm doing it with a little bit of shame, but I'm doing it anyway. No, he doesn't. Okay, Marta's gone. Sprint, Morgan. Fucking moron. She's gone. Marta is gone, and I have a free trip to the next section of the game. With the cart section behind me, I had a free ride to the church where I was gonna pray to Father Nut for safe passage to Chapter 2. You see, this is actually nearing the end of Chapter 1. All that was left was a few instances of parkour and 2 more chases, the first of which involves another run through a cornfield. I was able to do basically the same thing as last time, and by sticking to the left side, I popped out the other end and had enough time to make it to the building before the enemies even knew I was here. This allowed me to stop the gears and climb through the hole just as the enemies made it to the building. Although the regular enemies never even came close to harvesting my berries, I had one final encounter with Marta, and this was gonna be messier than a shit-covered hog. You see, after triggering Marta to spawn, my plan is to hide in the grass, and when she aggroes onto me, I can loop around this central structure and get through the first part of this chase worry-free. Except that's not exactly how it went down. Where is she? Should I have made her chase me? Maybe I'm just gonna play this safe. Did I lose her? Oh fuck, that's not safe. Where the fuck is she? Okay, fuck it, I'm running. Oh, I hear her. We're safe. Not quite to plan, but safe. Marta may have temporarily phased out of existence, but after I grabbed the hook that's needed to open the exit, I snuck back through the door I came in and prepared for the final chase of Chapter 1. This is a full-on sprint to the fucking death. Nope. In we go. Go, 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 go. Hook this. Yup. Crank this. Hit X, pull, 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 pull. 1. Oh my god, how many times do you have to pull it? Only 2. Oh, go, go! Okay, we're good. This is canon. With Chapter 1 finished, you would think I would be riding high, but as I got ready to enter the forest, if I'm honest, I was starting to feel the pressure. There are 3 encounters in the forest that can lead to instant death if a plan isn't followed to the letter. And although the first one has a consistent strategy, I didn't really know it at the time. So I was going to employ what I call the tree strat, which is a fancy way of saying I'm going to line of sight the boss and run when it feels safe. I'm gonna trigger the boys. And I'm gonna start E-nassing. Eastern North American strafe, look it up. Hey, bud. Line of sight. Nope. Here we go. Start E-nassing, folks. Didn't expect that. Dude, I did that so many times and didn't die. That's a sick strat. It works almost all the time. I didn't know it yet, but this was the beginning of my own deforestation. You see, I really did practice this area of the game 10 plus times. But what I didn't see during this run that I see when watching it back is that Nick and Laird do have a small window that lets you move. If you see the flame from the arrow go out, there's 2 seconds where you can start to run. But if you leave when the fire is visible, you will almost certainly die, which is exactly what happened on that attempt. I wasn't too bothered by this, if I'm being honest. I was pretty confident in my ability to get through the first hour of the game, with the only real damage being the displeasure of going through Catholic school again. And even if it didn't make a difference in the long run, I was also able to make improvements to some parts of the game that caused me issues the first time around. I cruised through the rest of the first hour, and I made my way back to the forest. I was genuinely a little nervous since I had already seen my practice fail me once, and if I wanted to avoid returning to cutscene purgatory, I would need to execute this section flawlessly. Am I using the tree strat? You're goddamn right I'm using the tree strat. Tree strat is flawless. I'm nervous. Okay, let's go.
Oh, fuck me! Will you found the skull, Christ?
Oh, he pulled an arrow. Hold on. That was my mistake last time. Okay, we're good. Tree strat, best strat. Heart's beating. 290 beats a second. I'm like a goddamn DJ. Crawl, bro. What are you doing? Whew. We call it PB is what we call it. With 1 out of 3 forest dead zones completed, I was well on my way to a fantastic run despite having to run away from Father Epstein during the school section. When I escaped back to the present times, I'm captured by the Scald, who I originally thought were victims of a boiling hot water bath, but they're actually just infected by a brothel's worth of STDs. This at least somewhat explains why they think I'm the next coming of Jesus Christ and want to nail me to a cross. But more realistically, they probably just wanted to subscribe to the channel. After escaping my Home Depot quality crucifixion, I'm left cameraless and severely
We're gonna
wounded.
start
My
stream
first
up
order of
again in
business
just a
was
second.
getting some band-aids to cover up my holes. And when that was done, carefully, I might add, I had a new lease on life and was ready to go find my camera. I haven't really mentioned the camera up until this point, but after losing it to Nick and Laird, the battery will drop by about 25%, which is why I avoided using it almost entirely in the first hour and a half of the run. So after a few minutes of hiding underwater to avoid detection and a lengthy makeout section with Jeffrey over the phone, I was at the halfway point of the run. I was heading into the second forest dead zone. My plan here was actually pretty simple. I was gonna circle the edge of the map and hope that the time required to do that was enough to pull Nick and Laird away from the exit, and then I could juke them out and escape. The problem with that plan is it's dark out and I don't fully remember the layout of the woods. I think it's this house. It's this house. Oh shit, he hit me. Or I hit fucking barbed wire. Fuck, I forgot about that. Get in. No! Fuck me, man. I got clotheslined by fucking barbed wire. That is so dust. I know it may have looked cooked, but that plan was actually about 80% correct. The 2 mistakes I made were running into barbed wire and then trying to go in the front door. I wish I could say I learned from both of these mistakes, but the truth is, I only learned from one of them on the next attempt. Oh, there's one. Keep this on. Oh, don't hit that one. That's the one we hit last time. Don't hit it. Break open this door. Open it fast. Close. Turn off the camera, bro. Oh, shit. Bro, that was so fast. Dude, I've never seen that. That's fucking crazy. This fucking game sucks, man. I don't want to anymore. Oh my god. I don't know what happened, Jeremy. I just got fucking slammed. This is another example of getting double-digit success rate in practice and then getting just enough variance in the run that I died. Even though this only happened twice, it actually shook my confidence because it made me realize that the practice wasn't mapping onto my runs one-to-one. The strats I was using weren't 100% foolproof, but they were close. And with a bit of practice, I was able to amend the house strategy by jumping through the window on the side before locking the doors. This makes a big difference. Since Nick and Laird always kinda know where you are, they'll eventually come break down the door without being aggroed onto you. And this gives just enough time to hop out the window and quickly sprint to the ledge. That's the end of the second Forest Dead Zone. But to get to the third, I have to play peekaboo with Legolas and Gimlame before sliding into a barbed wire fence and getting captured by them regardless. They're more merciful than last time since they opted for burying me alive over a crucifixion, but it was equally as traumatizing since I basically filmed my own resurrection. Fortunately, I don't have to deal with a crazy chase when I climb out of my hole, but I was well aware that the third Forest Dead Zone was right around the corner. There isn't much to say about this section overall, but what you need to know is that enemies are in different spots every time you do the run back with the rope. So there's a lot of opportunities for everything to go wrong. Oh, I got a little stuck there, but I should be fine. Rip around this. Let's send it over here up the hill. My guy's out of stamina. Hold on. Taking a fucking breather. All right. This rope is not for me, if you know what I mean. Grab the rope. This should be a free run. Should be a free run. Dip, duck, dodge, dive, dip, duck, dive. Get the fuck out of the window. All right, let's go. Maybe only one more guy to dodge here. Right here. It's fine. He can hit me once. He missed. He sucks. Up and at him. Hey-oh. Oh, thank fuck we're out of the forest, man. The fucking Syphilades woods were gone. Did I tell you I'm fucking worked up? I need you to believe it. All right? Let's let fucking Ned and Led die. With the forest in the past, I'm about 2/3 of the way through the game, and I still have about 70% of my battery left in the camera, which is going to 100% be needed in this final third of the game. I battled through my next school section without a problem, and then abused the audio sensor in my camera to locate a story trigger in a pitch black zone that I like to call the Abyss. This next chapter of the game is basically free. If you stick to the main paths, there's actually nothing here that can even kill you. That doesn't mean I would get to relax though. There's a 10-minute raft ride that has a few quick time events as well as the worst goddamn boat controls known to man. Thankfully, this is the only section where I have to do this. At the end of this boat ride, I'm knocked into the water and I need to swim to safety to avoid getting ganked. Thankfully, I'm like a dolphin in the water and that's not a problem. But before I can get to the end, I'm grabbed by Jeffstein and pulled underwater to another school section. This first part is as simple as turning around and just running straight while hammering the A button so you can climb when you hit a wall, and I was able to stumble to safety here without having to worry. Okay, so I've avoided talking about the school sections for the most part, and it's because most of them just involve running down the same hallways from mission to mission, and to be honest, I didn't really practice them either. But that begs the question. What happens when you mix missions that all look the same with a guy that doesn't remember what mission he's on? I'm sure you can guess. Oh, fuck. No, you don't love it. You don't love it. You don't love it. You don't love it. Oh my god, am I dead? No way, I forgot where to go. I thought I had to go in the fucking... the computer
On our
lab.
next BRB
Oh, I
thing
fucking
for YouTube video,
spaced.
I'll play a
I was like, oh, I missed the door. I was like, oh, I don't
Outlast
remember
lore
this. I'm
video.
like, oh, the computer lab.
Chronologically.
And I turned around and saw that I had no...
Outlast Trials is first, then 1, then 2. Because Trials happens during the 50s when that old man in the first game was still young, but he was still in a wheelchair back then. Okay, let me go back to the game. I need to figure out what the symbol stuff is. What were we doing? We're doing the collectible run, right? I just had a brain fart. I think we're doing the collectibles. Let me pull up the collectible locations again. So there's not 8, there's 10. Mr. Goat. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10's in the bathroom. Okay, oh, before we keep playing, let me put it on the category. Updated on my end too. Okay. Check this. Okay. Getting closer. Mr. Eyeball. Let me see if the crack in the wall's there. Nope, not yet. Even this one's like his hands a little shaky. That's still a cool concept. It kind of reminds me of Silent Hill 2, where James walks in and sees the body just in front of the TV. And it's not cracking yet. Time for another jump scare. It crashed. What? Hold on, I need to put this in a discussion. First time running into any issues with the game. Put space between that. Has anyone else ran into crashes Here we go. I just put it on the discussion page. That's the first time this game's crashed on me. Interesting. Okay. Let's see where it left us off at. It should have saved before that jump scare. Hopefully. I think it was the middle save. What time is that? 10:55 p.m. Five, six, seven, eight, nine. Okay. Eyeball? No. Maybe we have to go do this thing again. That's exactly what we had to do. Go through the dialogues again. Oh, so you just immediately, like, try talking to one of them. You can title whatever you want and then post it on my channel. I'm fine with viewers clipping stuff. I'll put it on YouTube too. And link it on the video game discussion. Because I feel like this is probably made by maybe like 2 or 3 people. Nothing crazy. Sometimes like a single person can make games like this. That was so random. We've ran this game like 5 times now, and we've never had this problem. I don't know what would... I really don't know what caused that. Let's see if it crashes again. Nope. That was so random. This makes me want to stream Still Wakes the Deep again. The DLC for it wasn't bad either. Probably. There we go. Exit to main menu. Now we just need to get the last ending. And we'll be at 100%. Let me double check Steam to make sure we got that achievement. And then let me double check to make sure that's the last thing we need. Get the once below, now above ending. get all endings. Yep. So once we get this last ending, we should automatically get the other one. So we have 2 achievements left. Let me look up before. Let me at least start it. I'll start a new playthrough, but while I'm doing this, let me look up how exactly we get that symbol door right. How to solve symbol door puzzle. Okay, I'm gonna need my notepad for this. Where's my PC's notepad? That's Task Manager. That is not what I wanted. This is the ending that's actually gonna take some brain power. And let me pull up on discussions. So I don't have to keep Steam open. It's requirements. Picked up no collectibles, no tapes. Stop him from shooting. Enter the right code. Locate the puzzle. This appears after you've progressed through the game's key decision points. Final, okay. Okay, it has 4 faces, each bearing one of the following symbols: guilt, blood, prayer, tears. You must assign each symbol to the correct character in the order. The correct assignment is, so commander is guilt, medic is blood, priest is prayer, tech is tears. Let me put that in my notes. Enter the sequence. Why this works. Keep everybody alive solution. Okay. 10, 15, 35, 40. Okay, that is completely. Tips for avoiding mistakes. Check terminals before answering calls. The puzzle's correct answer is only available after you've collected the right tools. Hold on, I'm setting up my notepad for this. We got this right last time. You know what it may have been? We may have just given them the orders completely just out of order. That may have been what it was. Okay, let me paste this. Maria's song and I quote, a letter, end quote, tell you which 4 meanings belong to the squad. Okay. He reads 8 altars reads 8 symbols. Exact. I think we're ready. This should be correct. Okay. We don't have to collect anything. We're actually not supposed to collect any of the collectibles. And then the last thing I need, interested in God's power puzzle. Paste. Paste. I'm putting down their percentage. Paste. And we should have everything after this. Commander's 10, Medic's 15, Priest is 40, Tech is 35. That is literally everything that I need for this run. The only thing I can see being wrong, potentially, is the symbols part. But it looks like online, the only thing that actually changes on, like, puzzle-wise is your radio frequency corresponding to the correct numbers on your pad for that door. No dialogue. So, Commander is guilt. Triangle with a semicircle underneath. Dutch is blood. The square with the dot in the center. Priest is prayer. A triangle with a horizontal line. Tech is tears. The circle with a cross in the center. 35%. 40%. 15%. And 10%. What do you want? Literally should be right. I think I just ended up accidentally flipping the order that first time. Oh wait, that's Dutch. If you also, if you want, Moon, if you clipped that crash, just link the clip URL in chat, and then I'll check it out. Because I don't have my command set up. Okay, maybe I need to run around one more time. I'm running around. Maybe we have to go knock on that. I wonder if it's just triggered by that stuff. Dear Lord. Close that. Fog. Go right. The backroom security is just watching me do figure eights in the office. Okay, maybe I need to go run up a little bit. Because that's not open yet. You gotta wait for the audio cue for that door. There we go. Now we got one. It literally just sounds like water in a cave. Mr. Priest. Weeping Angel. Fix my posture while I'm sitting here. You know what? I think the only thing I need to look at, actually... Okay. Let's go knock on the bathroom.
Try to think of the block.
We have no feet. We literally have no feet. I think we're just a floating head. Because we have no shadow either. What if we're just a floating head in this game? Whipping around. Take the right, not the left. Nothing yet. Oh my god, do we have to go run? I think we have to run back around again. That's exactly what we had to do. Boop. Hopefully this is the last time I have to deal with y'all on the intercoms. I'm literally just stuck running laps around this office until the next dialogue shows up. Okay. Do I really need to go? I probably have to run into that bathroom for a second. I think we had to do that because the lights are no longer flickering now. Headbanging. Why are y'all touching a random alien object? No, he hasn't done the dialogue yet. I'm surprised it's coming from above. Alright, there we go. Showering in the blood. Okay. Dialogue should be ready again. Any second now? Nope. Not yet. I don't think that's supposed to be there. I wonder if anybody said anything on Discord. Not Discord, Steam. Let me reload. Screenshots. I don't know how to upload screenshots for like bugs and stuff. I guess I'll have to do it later. Because I know how to upload screenshots of games for like Steam profiles, just not to like specifically share for game bugs. I don't know how to do that. whip it around again. Pop my back while we're waiting. I might have to run around to the bathroom. Because there's no audio cue yet. Let's go here. Turn around. Let's read this, because that's not a collectible. These little glass statues are. I'm still like surprised I beat this game in like less than 30 minutes. Like 20 something minutes. And now I've gone like completely brain fogged and I don't even remember what the cues are. I think I just got lucky on that. The Ooga Booga. Little Ooga Booga bedsheet ghost. And for the, was it 5th time now? Boo. Bedsheet ghost. Yeah, and you got the creepy little lady right here. Literally, this stuff specifically gives off Still Wakes the Deep. But I know it's not the same development company, because this is, I think, their first or second game. But this stuff specifically reminds me of Still Wakes the Deep. Corrupted, rebooting. Okay. Let's do you, Tech. Now let's do... Creepy, goofy lady. So I wonder if she's real. Wait, what did he say? I didn't move. I wonder if I need to check his stuff again. Let's go run around. Nope, no hole yet. Blah blah blah. Gotta run around again. I knew it. Now we wait for the cheesy jump scare. Let's face this way. What? Oh. I'm trying to get it, like, right up on her face. So cheesy. Let's go chase after him. You know what? I wonder if that alien actually transforms into that goat. I wonder if he's like a shapeshifter or something. And then it's gonna be like 7 a.m. for this turn. The right side was 7 a.m. last time. Oh. Almost went into a rock. $9 a.m.? Oh yeah, no, it was 9 a.m. last time. We cannot pick up any collectibles. Statue is now bloody. Goat's gonna appear in the hallway. Mr. Goat. No hole. Why is it not updating? Oh. Code. I wonder if that's what we were supposed to do last time, was confirm his code. And that's why the dialogue was different. I think we gotta run around again. Mr. Goat. Now we have got the hole. Let's hope the game doesn't crash again. That little that alien monster looks like a worm under the chair. He doesn't even look scary. He just looks like a shriveled up worm. That thing actually looks like the shriveled up grandma from SpongeBob. I don't care if Twitch clips me for that. It literally looks like the shriveled up chocolate grandma from SpongeBob. I don't know if that was a grandma. I just remembered one of the characters looking like that. Run in here. I'll just circle around it. Should be coming up on the power puzzle soon. Let me run out here. I might have to. There we go. Twitch can clip that cheesy jump scare. you got it right when it makes that weird little hiss noise. Halfway. Next is stop the commander from shooting the priest. And then the symbols. So we're halfway there. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm looking at this real quick. Okay. He is alive. Blah 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 blah. I wish we could use this. This looks interesting. Damn it. Okay, let's run all the way over here. Whip it around. Was not enough. Medical. And now we wait. Hold on, let me respond to this artist. There we go. Random. I don't think this part matters. We're sending the priest. Let me run this way. Circle around. Still not enough. Log. I guess we'll run this way until something happens. Because literally the only reason you have to go down that corridor is just to figure out what the power distribution code is. With the plus 5% for Dimitri's, which instead of it being 35%, that's why it's 40%. Or not 40%, that's why his is 35% and the priest is 40%. Because the priest is double the power plus 5% from that letter we were looking at earlier from like 4 runs ago. Because Dimitri and the priest take up the most. They take up 75%, and the other two are 25%. Mr. Goat, I wish there was an option to pet you. The main character is actually the goat. Mr. Goat. The baby crying was from earlier. That's Maria. I guess Maria's kid died, and then the Soviets started working on human experiments, and she fell victim to it and ran away in the tunnels. Because we could physically see her in the mining area. And then after they opened this, everybody that's inside there that we're talking to could be hallucinating because of the fog. And also because they're messing with aliens. So who knows? Mr. Goat. Demonic goat. Run in a circle. No new dialogue. Mr. Goat's still here. New dialogue. And on this run, for the last ending, stop Commander from shooting. It's the only thing I gotta remember, Mr. Goat. Don't let him shoot him. Don't let him shoot the priest. Oh well. It's all real, blah 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 blah. I think the commander, or it's either the commander or the priest that starts cutting his eyelids out. One of them starts cutting their eyelids out. I think it was the commander. Nope. Now the last thing we have to do. The puzzle. Guilt, blood, prayer, tears. Let me circle around over here. I think it's timed. Bro's looking like a straight up twink. Okay, commander. Triangle with a semicircle underneath it. Please, for the love of God, this better be right. Double checking. Triangle with a semicircle underneath. Medic. Square with a dot in the center. Priest. Triangle with a horizontal line. I did see one post on discussions for this game on Steam that their code was different. Circle with a cross in the center. Circle with a cross in the center. Oh, I think we're about to 100% this, boys. Yep, we officially have 100% the game. Time for the last and final ending, and we will have 100% this game. So I guess with this like whole government facility, they're exploring like ancient alien stuff. Or like I guess the CEOs or whatever, they like worship this thing and they've been trying to find it and they have to complete the ritual because I think this is the canon ending to the game. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay. Hopefully we don't get shot this time. Because they said I am the voice. We shouldn't get shot this time, because this isn't Protocol 46. That's so fucking creepy. Those are like the type of paintings you see at your grandparents' house at like 12 a.m. when you're like 4 years old. Who killed them? Wait, 1, 2, 3. Hello, world? So they are just a bunch of religious fanatic cults. One, two, three. There's supposed to be 4. Maybe we're the 4th one? No, we're not the 4th one. Going through the red door. Oh, yeah. They're religious fanatics. They wanted New Order, New World bullshit. This reminds me so much of Still Wakes the Deep. So this is the canon ending. How are you getting out? Oh. Yep, I told you, literally religious fanatics worshipping an alien. Bro's gonna go touch the stick. Oh, yeah, well, our buddy's dead. That's gonna fall right on him. And then he's gonna look at us. He just wants to give us a hug. Whoa. Yeah, religious end of the world shit. Yep. I'm calling it right now. Got the last two endings. Once below, now above. Rested gods. Below rested gods. We have officially 100% the game. Do y'all want me to rate a random playing a random game, or do you want me to rate a random playing the same game? Change my stuff to just chatting. I personally think, now that I've 100% the game, it's just a bunch of, like, religious cultists in the Soviet Union trying to awake an alien god to bring destruction to the world to start over. Some cliche bullshit like that. I think that's what the game was about. I think that's what the lore is. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not too far off. But I'm gonna have y'all raid tomorrow. I'm more than likely gonna start a Darkwood stream. I've never played Darkwood before, but I've heard it's pretty disturbing, so we'll check it out. Let me find Rusted. Let's find a random that's playing this. Damn it. Not Rusted Moss. Rusted Gods. Let's see how far these people are getting. There we go. Here's somebody. Here's a random playing it. More than likely, it's going to be their first run, so let's not spoil anything. But I'll see y'all tomorrow and we'll do Darkwood.